Gambling has been around for centuries. Even Zeus, Hades and Poseidon are said to have split the universe with a simple throw of a dice. But in modern days, gambling is a booming business, thriving on those who believe they can defy the odds. Online gambling has become the 5th most popular internet use. It is estimated that there are 600,000 problem gamblers here in the UK. So what exactly draws these individuals into online gambling?
I started when I was around about 15. I just used to do the sport bets. So it was just like the odd 5, the odd 20, it weren't too much.
The latest trend has seen hundreds of online sites popping up every year. There are over 200,000 online casinos available at the click of a button, making it extremely accessible for those hoping to find that winning streak from the comfort of their own home.
Online gambling is very, very accessible, and there's probably a lot less stigma about going to a casino or going and standing at bookies that a young person wouldn't obviously have to deal with if they were just sitting indoors playing a game of online poker.
Basically it's like a comfort in your own home. You don't have to walk anywhere. It's basically you can just sit down in your chair, go on, put your money in and just start playing.
Nowadays, most things we buy are paid for using electronic money consisting of digits on a screen. Does this influence how much we are willing to gamble?
With online gambling, as you probably know, you get a figure up in the corner that says how much money you've got in your bankroll there. That's not the same as holding £1,500 in your hand and handing it over bit by bit. It just doesn't. It's not the same. You know, it's why for years in casinos you've had chips because they're plastic and they look like fun. You know, it's not real physical money because then it means so much more to you.
You can easily just keep depositing, keep depositing, and you don't kind of psychologically think of how much you're actually losing.
In today's consumerist society, people are always looking for a quick fix solution to improve their finances. But is money really the only objective, or is there something else that the gambling has to offer?
You speak to people who've won, they say to you, I won £3,000 the other day, then I went in the following day and lost it in 20 minutes. And you say, and you say, why are you gambling? They say it's for the money, and you think, well, you've won £3,000 there. It wasn't obviously for the money because it's for something else. It's it's something else that the gambling's giving you. It's a feeling that you're getting from the gambling.
Use that buzz. Okay, it might only last for 5 minutes, but sometimes that 5 minutes is like a real buzz that really helps.
That's often a feeling of, as I said before, sort of a boost in self-esteem. You know, when you're feeling a bit low about yourself, the gambling, you win something and you get a little buzz from that. It's also escapism, like drugs or alcohol, where you're just sort of wanting to get out of your head, get out of reality. When you're stood in front of a fruit machine, the only thing that matters is whether or not you're going to get up on the features board. You know, so you don't have to panic about, you know, the fact that you've had a row with your girlfriend, or the fact that, you know, you've recently suffered a bereavement, or you're not getting your work done, something like that. Stress and pressure leads to people seeking escape through gambling.
The government collects tax revenues of around £2 billion from gambling each year. Does this make them accountable for the 600,000 problem gamblers in the UK, or is it the businesses themselves who are at fault here?
When I worked at the casino, I thought it was very much the government's responsibility. I thought, you know, this is a business. At the end of the day, businesses are going to try and make money out of people. That's what they're there for.
Gambling is funding our government, and the government don't really want to kind of stop it because they're making too much money from it.
So we've looked into who gambles and why they gamble, but why is playing online so much more dangerous in comparison to traditional methods of gambling?
If you've not got somebody there to sort of remind you and say, look, mate, you're doing 50 quid here and you've only, you know, you said you was going to do a tenner, then it's easier for somebody to overstep their own boundaries.
They're inbuilt things, aren't they? Greed, hatred, sorrow, happiness. They're in us, and some's weak and some are stronger than others.
Just recently I went to my mother's house and I holded a knife to her and said I wanted for her to give me money.
So how can both the businesses and the government work together in order to prevent this rising number of problem gamblers?
I've given them the advice to be vigilant of themselves and to recognise that, you know, gambling's fun, absolutely, and they should be they should enjoy it. And when if it's getting to a point where they're not enjoying it anymore and it's starting to become stressful or provoke anxiety in them, they need to start thinking about what role the gambling is taking in their life.
It's just a reflection of the society today, but try not to get sucked in because it's the rich getting richer at the expense of the poor.
Don't start, because once you start you won't stop.